Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Jonathan, and welcome back to Money Talks, where we want to offer you financial information and meet you where you are financially so that you're able to stick to your budget, manage to pay off your debt, and begin to save on your path to building wealth. Well, guys, it's time for another stimulus check update. And I want to help you get your mind frame for what should happen for not only this week, but also over the next coming weeks. It's no surprise that the Republicans have already been bearing down, drafting their own proposal, and, might I add, taking their time doing it. But it's clear that there's another stimulus check coming. And even last week, it was confirmed. But if you watched any of my updates, I never once thought that there would not be another check. I never thought that they would only give it to people making under 40 grand a year. And honestly, I already knew that if they did another stimulus check, it would likely use the same criteria. Number one, because that first check really reached so many people already. Number two, they were already encouraged by the Fed and both sides. No one disagreed with the fact that there needed to be another stimulus check. The only problem with the stimulus check was they were disagreeing on the timing. And since the Republicans kind of had the strong hand in this situation, they, doing what they're doing now, had delayed in that process. But now we're here. They're drafting their proposal. We already know where the Democrats stand on this. We already kind of know what the criteria would be. If you got one last time, you should be expecting to get a stimulus check coming on this next go around. What could be up in the air is we know Democrats wanted a higher amount. And now Republicans, they really just want to stick with the $1,200 amount with the idea that if necessary later on in this year, they reserve from a package and bill standpoint room and space to draft another stimulus bill to boost the economy. So, number one, you definitely understand that there will be another stimulus check. Number two, we're still working in that time frame of August, mid-August. I wanted and I hope for July, but again, thinking about and looking at what the Republicans have been doing this past few months, they've basically been kind of taking their time. But we know that likely the details will come out this week, as well as a vote will necessarily happen because both sides said priority number one was this stimulus bill. And because the Senate has to go on recess by the end of this week, that bill needs to be drafted, agreed upon, and then move forward to actually make progress. I think the good thing in this scenario is that because of the last bill that already went through, disbursement of this check should probably go a little bit seamless. But hey, don't want to get anyone's hopes up. Just make sure you're prepared with what you need to do. Second thing I think we need to discuss and be aware of is the fact that, yes, by now unemployment has stopped. And many states on their own have taken the initiative to move and extend that unemployment benefit. But the fact of the matter is that $600 benefit, we probably won't see that anymore. Maybe $100, maybe $200, but not something that was so impactful as that $600. Because keep in mind, the idea is, number one, they want to meet close to that 70% of your income threshold. Number two, they don't want people making more on unemployment than they were at their regular job. And then number three, the idea and focus of this bill is while it wants to aid and inject more cash into the economy, they do want people to get back to work. So keep in mind, yes, if you are on unemployment, do what you can. Really search. There'll likely be something extended. But again, with this pause, you're probably going to go some weeks without that extra benefit. Next, another big piece of this bill is schooling and funding for schooling, getting kids back to school. That is going to be a huge piece in this next bill. What didn't quite make the cut and what has been very clear by feedback from the parties is payroll tax cut that Trump wanted. That didn't make it. Again, this week should will be very, very interesting as the details emerge. But I thought the more pertinent information is, hey, the stimulus check, the unemployment, and then what are other big pieces that will be a part of this bill. And all those things are important, but obviously the businesses have been helped. The schools we know are being taken care of. We know liability protections is a high thing, but the real issue right now is more funds in the Americans' hands, your hands. And I know you guys want to know kind of where that should land. Again, if all this should come together this week, yeah, we probably will be looking at about a middle of August time frame. But regardless, we're right at the point, and we know this can happen in a rapid fashion because, again, the CARES Act only took a few days to draft, vote on, pass, and then within about a week's time, checks were already in people's hands. So we know this, if need be, this process can go quicker if we want to. The biggest thing is, keep in mind, though it's not the best of scenario, the longer the Republicans delay, that puts them in a power of strength because we know everyone's already committed to really trying to make this bill work. And so by them delaying and taking this time, they know they have to last minute give this bill to the Democrats. Democrats had to agree to some things. There was going to be a little bit of rush on it. So there's not too much. That takes away some of the back and forth of it. Not really fair, unfortunately, but it's not really fair that we have all these other people deciding the fate of our country right now while people are still hurting. But these are the things that are coming forth. And again, this week should definitely be interesting as the bill is expected to arrive and the details shall emerge. I hope this information is helpful for you guys. I can't wait to see you in the next video. If this is your first time joining me on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.